Hey guys, and welcome to my patch notes review for the Clash Trial Edition. Now, starting out, they do have a producer's note little subsection, and it says, "This week is the start of a round of changes designed to make the early and mid-game of Trove a smoother experience. We've spent some time recently tracking and watching new player data, and that combined with the community feedback is driving a series of changes that you will see roll out over the coming weeks. Also this week, look for the beta version of our French and German translations, which you can choose to opt in and try out in the new settings, or in the settings menu." And of course, this is a positive thing. There's nothing negative about it, but it does sound kind of like ironic because they're the ones that made the new player experience like a living hell in the first place, right? Like, they went hard trying to make new players' lives just horrible, and I don't know why they did that in the first place. Like, what as a developer makes you want to ruin the experience for a certain like section of your player base? I don't know, but obviously this is a positive thing because there is, I mean, they could, I don't know. It's just, I feel kind of mixed on it. Like, yeah, I live, like, my personal opinion is that you can always make up for what you have done. I mean, unless, like you kill somebody or something. But as a developer, like, if you go back on changes and make things better again, I'm cool with that because, I mean, it's nothing personal, right? But I just find it a little ironic. That's why I'm a little half and half on it. I welcome the changes. I hope they make the new player experience great again. But I just don't see why they did in the first place. That's all. Maybe we can get an explanation for that, Tryon. In my opinion, the only thing you have to do to make the new player experience better again is just give the qubits back to the golden threads. The entire point of the golden threads was the name of it. It's a golden thread. It's a qubits like income when you first start out the game, because a lot of people are missing out on like Bandolier or Death Defying, like all those flasks and emblems. It takes them months to get just one. It's like 1 month per flask, 1 month per emblem, and it's crazy. I think that's honestly all they really need to do is go back and give qubits to the golden threads again, and then I think everything will be fine. Like classes, they could be available for class coins. Sure, it's very pay to win, but they're in the chaos chest now, so it's not as pay to win as when they weren't, when they first made the change. So I think that's okay. Just give us the qubits back, or give new players the qubits back. You only get them once anyways. It's not like you could farm them. But moving on, they have the Clash Trials. So this is what they're referring to in their start to make the new player life experience better. So Clash Trials is one thing. There's multiple things this patch. You now have the option to trial a class before you purchase it. Trial classes can be played up to level 4 before you stop earning experience. Trial classes do not get stat bonuses from Master Rank, nor from any unlocked dragons. They also forgot to mention that they do not gain any presence on the leaderboards, meaning if you have a level 4 and you equip it with Radiant gear, you can't participate in the leaderboards, like say contests. You can't get 25k plus with your Clash Trials. So if you don't have Candy Barb and you trial it out and you give him all your Stellar or Radiant gear, he still can't get this. So that's to prevent, obviously, people from getting these for free. And this is good. Obviously, this didn't exist before. Classes are only purchasable now, so, well, besides Chaos Chest rotations. So it's better than not having it, right? Even though it's only level 4, it still allows you to try out the class before you buy it. The only thing it doesn't give you is your ultimate. It purposely stops before level 5 because at level 5 you get your ultimate, and they don't want you getting your ultimate. They want you to experience that once you actually have the class. So that's the only thing that you're missing out on. Next week is weekly, so this weekly section, which is good. Again, this happened last week. I like this section. I don't like it saying event because it's not an event. So new Chaos Chests get an all-new pop dance pad if you're lucky. So there you go. You can see right there. That is the unicorn dance pad that we showed off in the news video last week. Spring pinatas are almost gone. Get them now for 50% off before summer arrives. As you can see right here, June 14th to the 20th, 50% off spring pinatas. And ships are also 50% off for this week. Again, only referring to credits. Everything refers to credits when it's off, like a percentage off, because it's for real life money. So yeah, they always do this every single time a pinata is about to leave the store. They always give it a sale. Next up is mastery changes. So this is going back to the new player experience. Reduced mastery points required for all rank ups to 5 to 25 points. 6 to 10 to 50 points. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe I just read it wrong. Reduce mastery points required for all ranks up to 5, so mastery rank 5 to 25 points. So it only takes 25 points to go from 1 to 2, and then 25 from 2 to 3, and then, 25, 25, 25. And then 6 to 10 is 50 points each, so 6 to 7 is 50 points, 7 to 8 is 50 points, and then 11 to 20 is 75 points. So that is reduced from, I think it was 1 to 10 used to be 50 points, and then 10 plus was 100 points per level. So they did make it a little easier, and plus what that means is if you have already bypassed the, okay, it says right here, players who have already bypassed these levels will see a bump in their mastery rank. So you gain a little bit of extra mastery out of this if you are below mastery rank 300. Anybody below 300 will see a bump. This is also to make it so that way you can access the marketplace a lot sooner. That is like the whole point, plus PvP and trading and all that. The reason why they did all those limitations in the first place was for bots, but I don't think their game gets botted that much anymore because not a lot of people play it. So I think this is why they're going back and making things a little bit easier for new players, because I don't think they have that much of a threat anymore. So beta for French and Dutch translations. A very beta version of our initial translations for French and Dutch is now accessible from within game. If you'd like to help us track down issues, please check out this thread. Again, you can always find the patch notes in the link in the description below. So if you want to help them out, you can do that if you find any bugs with this stuff. So missed changes and updates. Quick play battle arena now requires master rank 5, down from 10. Again, they don't really care about bots anymore, I don't think, so they're bumping the match ranks down for everything, the requirements. Fix a bug where some dragons weren't properly giving power rank. Fix a bug where Saltwater Sam's shop window would open then immediately close if you're standing slightly too far away. I think that means when he walks, because he's a walking NPC, every time he walks away from you far enough that it'll close down the menu. I think that's what it's referring to. Capitalize a bunch of buttons in the UI to make them more consistent. Also, I noticed that they did this, so this is awesome. It looks a lot better than before. It used to be a little longer, didn't it, I think? So you could probably fit more text on the screen or something like that, but it just looks a little better. That's what I noticed. That's all I've noticed so far since I logged in, because I just barely logged in right now. Fix an issue with Scintilla's movement speed boost where nearby players were being granted 100 move speed, not 105. So I guess it wasn't actually working. The entire amount wasn't working. Oh, hello guys. Didn't even notice that. Capitalize a bunch of buttons in the UI to make them more consistent. Oh, I read that. Increase the chance of gem boxes dropping in Prime Uber 1 and 2 Adventure Worlds. Again, trying to make the new player experience a little better. That's what that is referring to. Club cards now cost 3,500 flux to craft. There are many very small clubs that are currently being stored on our servers, and this is starting to create some data storage bottlenecks. We will be making other changes, tech and design, going forward, and also took a look at exactly how easy it is to create clubs and decided we could stand to raise the bar. So I think club cards are crafted now. I don't know what they cost before to craft, but now they only cost 3,500 flux. So moving on, in Adept, Elite, and Master Worlds, there is now a small chance to get a higher level piece of equipment. You probably won't be high enough level to use it yet, but hang on until you can. So they raised the magic find in Adept, Elite, and Master, so blue, purple, and orange. They just raised the magic find basically to maybe get shadows that early, so you can start getting shadows before U1 with a little bit of magic find. So that's pretty cool. That's why they are saying you probably won't be high enough level. I'm assuming that means shadow level 1. So exposed some additional strings to localization. Again, this is referring to basically the French and Dutch start. They're trying to localize the game for every language. So that's what they're referring to there. And damage blocks will no longer draw in front of visual effects. That means if you explode a block in front of, say, your Chloromancer's or say your Chloromancer's flower blows up and you get the nice huge pollen visual effect, but then a block breaks underneath it, that block will shine in front of the visual effect, and they reversed it. So now the block is underneath the big pollen explosion. So update added today. The claims box on screen now gives clear indication that there are claims ready to collect. I can't show that off because I have nothing to claim. I should have not claimed my chaos chest yet. Usually just when I log in, I just press L and click claim real quick. So I didn't even notice myself. But basically, I guess the claims box is now easier to see when you have something to claim. Which is weird because it only pops up when you do have something to claim. Maybe it's a little bigger, the icon or something. I don't know. But that's it. that is it for the Clash Trial Edition patch notes review. Again, good stuff. I find some things a little ironic, but again, I live the style of you can always like make up. If you're a developer, you can always fix the game. It's never too late is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm glad they're trying to fix it. And yeah, that is it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.